Hi, it's Janet Wakeland with RemarkablyCreated.com here with another One Take Wonder video. Today we're going to look at a really simple little treat holder that features the M&M Christmas story and little M&M treats. One of the ways that I like to use my Stampin' Up! Business is as a way to share my faith, and as a believer, the Christmas story is near and dear to my heart. And this is a really cute little story that uses M&Ms, and it simply says, as you hold these candies in your hand and turn them side to side, you'll see the M becomes a W, an E, and a 3. They'll help tell the Christmas story. It's one I'm sure you know, a baby born in a stable a long, long time ago. And then the E is for the east, where the star shone bright. The M is for the manger, where baby Jesus was born that night. The 3 is for the wise men, bearing gifts from afar they came. And W is for worship, hallelujah, and praise to his name. And then there's just a little bit more down here at the bottom. This I created in my digital studio, and it is available on my blog at remarkablycreated.com. I have no clue. I've searched to find the original author, and I cannot find that information. And I just took liberties and modified it just a little bit since we don't know who the original author is. So I just changed just a little bit of the poem just because I like the way that it flowed a little bit better. And so then that's just stapled on the back, and then we have our little decoration. And what this image is from is our Best of Christmas stamp set. It is one of the stamp sets that is part of Stampin' Up's 25th anniversary celebration, where they're releasing a new stamp set every month. And those stamp sets are available until March of 2014. And when you collect 6 of the Best of releases, you receive a free stamp set. So again, this is our Best of Christmas stamp set. So let's take a look at how this little project was made. First, again, the little story was created in my digital studio. Of course, you're going to need M&Ms. I took and I cut with framelits 2 of our chalk tags, so there's 2 of them there. And of course, when I think of the manger and the stable, I think of wood. So I used our embossing folder, and these are great if you've never worked with them. They're what adds texture to projects, and you just lay them in, put them down, and they're run through the Big Shot machine, and then that adds the texture that you see to your image here. I went ahead and I stamped the little nativity set with early espresso on Very Vanilla, and I just stamped it on a large piece like that. And then to cut it out, I used one of the square framelits, and again, the framelits are used with the same Big Shot machine, and they're a steel die. They're a die cut, and they have a little raised edge, and they just simply cut right through your paper. So that's a great thing that I worked with there. And then we went ahead and we used burlap. I am on a burlap kick. You've probably figured that out from some of the past videos. I'm loving it. Our Naturals ribbon and a stapler. I think that a stapler is an essential tool. And of course our snail adhesive. For the box, you're going to need a 3 by 4 inch piece of paper. And what you're going to do with your trimmer scoring tool is you're going to go ahead and lay your paper at 1 inch, and you'll score. You're just going to rotate it and score again at 1 inch. Rotate it again and score at 1 inch. Rotate it and score at 1 inch. So we've scored at 1 inch the whole way around. We will take, and I just always like to make sure that we give everything a good crease, and so let's just go ahead and give it our good crease, and a little bit more. And one more time. Got our creases. And then what we want to do on the 3 inch side, we're just going to go ahead and make 2 snips up to create a flap. We'll do the same thing here as well, is have that flap. And then what I found works with the adhesive, and that really helps, is if you view this as thirds, on the 2 outside thirds, just want to completely cover that with adhesive. So we just get a bunch of adhesive on that. And then you're just going to bring your flaps to the inside with the adhesive holding it. And the same thing here, crossing that over and then adhering that. And now you have adhesive still on those sides. And we're going to lay our box down and just put this on the edge and give it a good rub so that the adhesive is really sticking. And then we'll add this flap here, and then just take my bone folder and give it a good rub so the adhesive is sticking. And then I went ahead and we'll just make our little notch in our burlap, and we'll take our Naturals ribbon and we'll just put a little knot in it. Our ribbon scissors cut this so much nicer. It's what I should have used actually even on the burlap. Get our little cut. We can get that off to the side, and let me see if I do have a stapler. We're going to take our little M&Ms and we'll put them in our little box, sandwiching them between the top here. We're going to take our ribbon and we'll add that on, and our story here on the back, and then we'll add our staple, and then we can go ahead and take a little bit of glue with our bow here, and then this I simply just put on with some dimensionals. You want to make sure when you're working with our dimensionals that you save even the pieces around the outside. You don't want to waste any of them. It's one of the best tips I got. I used to throw those little edges away, and they work too, and they're just perfect for your project. So really make them everything go the full distance. So there you go. And this one I actually, prior to assembling it, I colored it, and I just used markers and just added a little bit of color to it. So a great little treat if you're a Sunday school teacher. It makes for a great treat. Maybe you have a MOPS group or a moms group that you do. Maybe you have a small group at church, or maybe it's just family members with small children that you want to remind of the Christmas story. So lots of ways that you can use this little gift package. So have fun making your own little treat box and sharing the Christmas story this year. Take care and God bless.